What to look for in an influencer: their follower account, how often they post, the conspiracy theories they push. We'll talk about it next on Keep It Social. What's up, y'all? I'm Paris, and this is Keep It Social. Social media influencers are known for pretty pictures, fashionable looks, and great editing skills. But while being chic on socials, some influencers are also pushing conspiracy theories, like Britney Spears being subjected to mind control. Brands continue to pour millions of dollars into influencer marketing, which begs the question, are they being careful when choosing their influencers? Joining me to talk about this is my co-host Terrence. What's up, Terrence? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you today, Paris?
I'm doing well, thank you. And I'm excited, Terrence, because we have with us today our friend Liz Flora, who's a senior reporter for beauty and wellness at Glossy. And she joins us today from New York. Hi, Liz. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for being with us. You wrote an article about this. Tell us, why are we seeing lifestyle influencers cross over into pushing conspiracy theories? It doesn't seem like the two really go together.
Well, there's not really an exact answer why, because I can't read their minds, but we definitely have been seeing some influencers in the lifestyle wellness world posting, in recent months about things like QAnon, pandemic, anti-vaccination content, and other conspiracy theories. The content changed kind of around the time that the pandemic started. And I have been talking to some influencer agencies, and they said that influencers have been losing a lot of money during the pandemic because brands are cutting their budgets. So we definitely are seeing, influencers pursuing other forms of monetization. One of them had a Patreon page. So and it's hard to explain why, but it's definitely something that's going on and growing.
I think for me, the thing that is the most shocking is, when brands are the ones who know that their influencers are pushing conspiracy theories, right? Especially conspiracy theories are revolving around this current climate that we're living in, that they continue to invest and monetize what this is, right? Because I guess for me, brands, like you said in previous conversations, they really are particular about what they align themselves with, right? And so it's kind of shocking to me that, even with knowing this is going on, that they're still like, here's more marketing money. Here's more marketing money. Keep doing what you're doing. It just doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Basically, I saw two things happening. One set of influencers has really doubled down on these conspiracy theories. They post about them every day. They have constant content in their Instagram stories. And these influencers are still working with brands kind of indirectly through affiliate links. So there are these affiliate programs, like one called Like to Know It, where basically tens of thousands of influencers are available, and they basically get paid through that platform to link. So the brands aren't really, reaching out to them directly. So that can, create a wide variety of people, sharing promotions about brands. There's another set of influencers that have been posting conspiracy theory content kind of sporadically. Like, most of all of their content is wellness related, lifestyle, what they've been eating, what they're wearing. And then maybe once every few weeks, one of their 24-hour Instagram stories will be something conspiracy theory related. So in those cases, they're still keeping their brand partnerships. That hasn't really affected their brand partnerships, but it'll be something like promoting the pandemic video or something like that.
Liz, you have a quote from the founder of Four in your article, and he essentially says, these spokespeople have to really know the brands that they're influencer marketing for, and vice versa. The brands have to know who they're reaching out to. And I wonder, I guess I'm like, I don't know if it's the tides that are changing between everything that's been going on with the pandemic and with Black Lives Matter, etc., that is really showing. I mean, we've seen that it's showing a lot of true colors for a lot of people, and I wonder if that's the same for our influencers. And I think it's really forcing brands to have to think about their partnerships, like we've said. Like, for instance, you look at Kim Cohen, an influencer, and Revolve is a company that's come out and said, you know, we're standing in support of Black Lives Matter, but then Kim Cohen is pushing conspiracy theories about, like, is George Floyd still alive, and about, saying things like the protests have gone on too long, sort of. And so is this a test? I mean, is this one of these, we've talked about this before about brands, and is it optical allyship, or is it really real? And is this going to be one of those tests where they really have to put their money where their mouth is, essentially?
Yeah, with Revolve, they also have an affiliate program where they have about 3,500 influencers that they work with. And then when I reached out to them, they didn't respond about whether she's an ambassador with them still, but she definitely said she was an ambassador. And one thing, one other interesting thing that we've seen with these types of influencers is that they are more than happy to keep working with these brands, even though they're, a lot of the QAnon ones are really against Black Lives Matter, and they say that they're very strongly against Black Lives Matter. And then these brands have come out in support of Black Lives Matter, but the influencers are still more than happy to be taking their money.
I think if people are more vocal about the fact that they know that brands are shelling out money to influencers who don't align with, their pillars or what they say they stand for, that the idea of an actual influencer is going to essentially change, right? Like, it's no longer going to be about just, in my brain, right? That's how I'm seeing it. It's no longer just going to be about post whatever you want to post, or post whatever these people tell you to post and get paid for it. And then, there not be some kind of onus or, transparency about where the influencers' values and the brand's values line up. And in essence, I think that relationship is definitely going to change. And for me, again, the idea of what is an influencer and the weight of that word and the weight of the title is going to change as well.
Prophetic Terrence, always coming through. Well, Liz, thank you for coming through. We really appreciate your time, and we'll be watching this along with you.
Great, thanks so much.
Thanks, take care. Well, that's it for us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to all our social channels, and let us know what you'd like to see on the show. We'll see you next time, and until then, Terrence, what should they do?
Be sure to wear a mask and keep it social.